Hi, so we're looking at CAT 2023 Slot 1 solutions for the Quant section. So here Arvind travels from A to B. This is based on a formula that if two things are going in the opposite direction and after meeting they take time, let's say T1 and T2, then speed of 1 upon speed of 2 is nothing but square root of time 2 upon time 1. So in this case, speed of Arvind and speed of Surbhi, if I take, is nothing but is equal to square root of time taken by Surbhi and time taken by Arvind after meeting. Now Surbhi takes 24 hours, and Arvind takes 6 hours, which becomes root of 4, which becomes double. That means speed of A is twice of speed of Surbhi. Now we know Arvind is 54, speed of Arvind is 54, so speed of Surbhi will become 27 kilometers. Now remember this time 1 in the first case, after meeting, Arvind took how many hours? 6 hours. So total distance traveled by Arvind is 54 into 6 hours after meeting. And total distance traveled by Surbhi is 27 into 24 hours after meeting. That's the total distance. Distance traveled by Arvind plus distance traveled by Surbhi after meeting is the total distance between the 2 points. Solve this. So this becomes 324. This 24 into 7. 168, 24 into 2, 48, 64. If you add it up, it becomes 960, 972. So answer will be 972 kilometers. That's the answer. Right? So it's based on one formula concept. If you know this concept, then it becomes easier to solve because you know the speed, you can find the time is given to you, and then you can solve the distance. So here, jobs done by A, S, and K are in harmonic progression. Remember, harmonic progression and AP are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, so if the amount of work done is in HP, then the amount of time taken will be in AP, because 1 upon HP is AP. Remember, time is inversely proportional. More the work done, less the time taken. So that means time will be in AP. Now they said Kamal takes twice as time as Amal. So let's say Amal, Sunil and Kamal. So if Amal takes 1, Kamal will take 2 in terms of time. Right. So Sunil will be, this will be in AP. So Sunil will take 1.5. So we can take 2:3:4 in terms of time. Right. If Amal takes 1, Sunil will take 1.5, Kamal will take 2. Because Kamal takes double of Amal and Sunil is the average of the 2, which will be 1.5. This is time taken. So work done will be inverse of this. 1 upon 2 is to 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4. Right. Multiply by the LCM, which is 12. You'll get a ratio of 6:4:3. So you can assume the units of work done by 6 units, 4 units and 3 units by Amal. So normally you use a table which is there. A, S and K. A does 6 units, S does 4 units and K does 3 units. When you need not draw a table, you can do it without that also. Now total work ke liye, what did Amal do? Amal work for, you can say 6 4s are 24 units of work. Right. Sunil work for 9, which is 36 units of work, 9 hours. And Kamal work for 16, which is 48 units of work. If you add, right, you have 108 units of work. The total work is 108. So Sunil does 4 units per day. So number of days taken by Sunil is 108 upon 4, which will be 27 days. So total days taken by Sunil will be 27. Because total work is 108 units, all 3 put together. From that, Sunil does 4 units per day. So divide by that 4, you will get 27 days of work gets completed by Sunil. Anil invests 22,000 for 6 years. At 4% interest rate per annum, compounded half yearly. 4% compounded half yearly, the interest rate is how much? Let's say 100. You get 2% interest rate in the first half. Half yearly means 2%. And now 2% of 102, which is 2.04, you get total 104.04 amount. If I invest 100, I'll get 104.04 amount. Now understand in these two cases which is there, Anil and Sunil, after 6 years, the value will remain the same. Okay, technically. I'll come back to the value. Let's say after 5 years, they're investing, let's say 100x and 100y. Because in 5 years, the amount of interest that they get will remain the same. Because both have invested in the same scheme. So the amount of interest they get is the same. So the ratio will remain the same. Let's say 100x, 100y. Okay, so I have to only look at the last year, 6th year. 6th year, Amar will get 4.04%. So his amount will be 104.04. Right. Sunil gets 10%. So his amount will be 110y. So this is the amount. Right, 104.04x is to 110y. This is the amount you get. Right. Now, what have they asked? Initial investment by Sunil. Remember the principal into interest. Okay, that's the amount of interest you get. So basically, they're saying that since the ratio of the interest is this, the ratio of the principal will be reverse of this, which is 110 is to 104.04. Okay, remember if I want the same amount, okay, so if my interest is A is to B, my principal has to be B is to A. So in that case, if I look at it, so 110 stands for 22,000, which if you solve it, become into 200 times. So 104.04 into 200 times will give you 20808. That will be the answer. So I repeat again, 100x becomes 104.04, 100 becomes 110 for Anil and Sunil. Right? That's the ratio of the amount. So the principal will be reverse of each other. Okay, sort of. So in that case, the principal will be 110 is to 104.04. Right? Because the interest that you get is in this ratio. So principal will be reverse ratio. So in that case, it will be 20. If 110 stands for 22,000, 104.04 will stand for 20808. That will be the value. So you should be good at ratios. Specifically in different sums, you can use ratio, work, time per distance. Even here, you are basically using the ratio to basically get the answer. You're reversing the ratio to get the value. Cross multiply and get the answer. So couple of concepts which are very important is cross multiplication and the ratios. If you're comfortable with it, quite a few sums can be solved, even assuming values. Here, circle. Now circle, the formula is x minus x1. x1 is the center of the circle. Plus y minus y1. y1 is the center of the circle. Is equal to r radius square. If I write this in the same, you have x square and 4x. So it becomes x plus 2 the whole square minus 4. Same way you have y square minus 6y. It becomes y minus 3 the whole square minus 9. Because you require plus 9, minus 9. Minus 3 equal to 0. Rewriting it, it becomes x plus 2 the whole square plus y minus 3 the whole square equal to 16 or 4 square. From this you can make out that x1, the center of the circle will be minus 2 comma 3, that's the center of the circle, and radius will be 4. So if I draw the circle, let's see, okay, it is minus 2 comma 3, radius is 4. So when you draw this 60-degree angle where the point meets, now this is 60. So when you draw this line out here, the radius is perpendicular to tangent, and this becomes 30 degree. So this becomes 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay. So this is a point. L will be the locus. L is the locus of points where they meet. C is a circle, let's say. So this becomes 30, 60, 90 triangle. So side opposite 30 is 4. Then side opposite 90 will be 8. Remember, 30, 60, 90 triangle. So distance between the center of the circle and the L is 8. Now L is in the line y equal to 6. So what we want. Or x equal to 6. So 6 comma, let's say y coordinate is what I have to find out. So distance between these 2 points is 8. So find out. If you look at the distance between x coordinate is 8, minus 2 to 6 is 8. So y should remain the same 3. Or you can use the distance formula. Root of 6 minus 2 the whole square plus y minus 3 the whole square is equal to 8 square. This is 8. Solve this square of both sides and try to solve. Okay, you will get this as 6 minus of minus 2 will become 8 square plus y minus 3 the whole square equal to 8 square. 8 square gets cancelled. So y minus 3 square will be 0, y minus 3 will be 0, so we'll get y equal to 3. So y coordinate will be 3, which is C option. That's the answer. So basically you're finding the locus of points. First form the equation of the circle. From that you get a center of the circle, you get a radius, draw it, center, radius. The distance between these 2 points, then you get 8 because of 30, 60, 90 triangle. Right? Side of the 30 is 4, so side of the 90 becomes 8. Use that to get the answer. ABCD is inscribed in the circle. So AB is double of CD, so I'm drawing AB a little bigger than CD. And if you look at BC, so this is, let's say, BC. I normally try to draw by scale, so BC. And they intersect at point E. So AB is 2, CD is 1. Let's say 2x and x and 5y by 4y. AB is much bigger than CD. Therefore, A should be bigger than EC. But it will not be double. It will double only if these two also in a ratio of 2:1. It's not 2:1. From the option, technically I can mark C. It can't be A and B option because AE has to be bigger than EC because of AB's distance is higher. You can actually draw and make out. But anyway, and why it can't be 2:1? Because if these two were 2:1, then the length will be 2:1. But these two are not 2:1, therefore it can't be 2:1. Anyway, what you need to do is be comfortable with similarity of triangles. By inscribed angle, this angle A which is there, let's say, is same as angle D. Right? Same as angle B will be same as angle C. Because they inscribed in the same arc. And these are vertically opposite angles, angle E. So which means ABE triangle is similar to triangle DCE. So the multiplication will be same first, AD and so on. So if you look at AE is to ED will be equal to BE is to EC, which will be equal to AB upon DC, which is 2:1. So I can say this ratio of these two is 2:1. 2, let's say 2A and A, and same way 2B upon B. The ratio of these two sides are 2:1. Similarly, if you look at triangles ADE will be similar to triangle BCE. Right? So in that case, length BE, right? If I want to find a ratio, so this way AABB you get. So here in this case you get B upon AD. Okay, BC upon AD, okay, will be equal to EC upon ED, which is 5:4. Now I know EC is B, right? And ED is A, is equal to 5:4. So I want EC in terms of A. So EC is nothing but, if you look at it, EC is nothing but 5/4A. I want a ratio of AE is to EC. AE I got 2A, EC I got 5/4A. A gets cancelled, you will get a ratio of 8:5. That's the answer. C option. Right? Based on similarity of triangle, you can actually look and make out that it should be more than 1:1, but not 2:1, because and based on it you can mark the answer if you're comfortable with it. If you're not, then use similarity of triangles to try to get the answer. Thank you.